Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Overencumbered man. I carry everything I can. And welcome, my Fallout friends and fans. Today, we're going to be talking about It's Inside the Vault and the changes that are coming to the PTS here for heavy weapons, for thrown weapons, for crossbows, and for melee weapons. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be blunt. What the hell is Bethesda thinking? Now, don't get me wrong. We knew some of these changes were coming, but some of these honestly make no sense to me. So I'm going to do a quick video here. I want to say the majority of the changes that are coming are okay, but there are some that I don't even. It makes me think Bethesda doesn't play their game. Like, seriously. So let's point some of these out. So I'm not gonna go through all this, of course. It's way too much. If you wanna go take a look at it, I'll put a link in the description of the video. Full changes that will be coming to the PTS. Won't know when it will come to PTS because they haven't given us that information yet. But there's some changes here I want to talk about. So they're changing VATs, and I don't understand what half of this means. We'll have to see in the PTS. Hopefully it doesn't make it worse. According to what this says, it's supposed to make it better. So let's go down here. These are just explosion changes, weapon-based damage. They're buffing a lot of melee weapons, and they're also buffing a lot of explosive weapons. They're also buffing other guns. They got like the Gatling gun here, which is going to be part of the heavy weapon update. The Gamma gun, which I think was previously buffed, and they're buffing it again. I don't think that's a buff. Anyway, we're going to go down here. Let's see. So, Gauss weapons. They are buffing Gauss weapons, because they really do need it. Right here. A lot of people who use Gauss weapons, they don't charge them. And they just feel kind of weak right now. But Gauss weapons, this is a good change. Alright? This is an example of what I'm talking about here. This is a good change. But now, if we go down here, let me find it, because it did something with Gauss weapons that makes no sense. I'm assuming they just want you to. They just want to eat all your ammo. Oh, screw it. Let's see, Gauss. All right. Yep. All right. This is other changes. Okay, here we go. So, the Gauss weapons will now use more ammo per shot. They decrease crafting yield. However, Gauss pistol will be using 2 ammo per shot. Gauss rifle will be using 3. And Gauss shotgun will be using 5. Other than the Gauss shotgun, what's the point in this? I don't understand. Why are they wanting a Gauss weapon to use more ammo? The ammo is already heavy, especially if you're using ultrasight. Why are they making the ammo requirements for Gauss weapons bigger? This makes no sense. Because, like I said, it's already expensive to craft, especially if you're crafting ultrasight. And I'll get to ultrasight ammo here in a minute. This makes no sense to me. Why does this need to be changed? Gauss weapons are pretty strong, but in comparative to other weapons, I mean, this is not warranted. So they say this is to ease the high ammo costs of using a Gauss minigun. Okay, so to ease the cost, we're going to increase the amount you can craft, but then we're going to increase the cost for all the other Gauss weapons. Just because you're trying to make the cost of Gauss minigun ammo less, you think you need to raise the ammo requirements for other Gauss weapons. And in my opinion, I don't understand this. Alright, next thing. I've seen a lot of people complain about this one. Light machine gun will now use 45 caliber ammo instead of 308. Why? The light machine gun is based off the MG42, which used, if I'm thinking correctly, it used a bigger cartridge. And this is also a German weapon. If you don't know nothing about firearms, it's a German weapon, and it fired 7.92 by 57 Mauser, which is pretty close to what caliber to what a 308 is. Now, I don't understand switching it to 45, because I know a lot of people in niche situations that use a light machine gun, and they have 308 coming out of their ears, and you're changing the ammo on them where now they have to get as much 45 as possible. Now, barring that the light machine gun doesn't have any other mods other than the prime receiver, this just makes no sense, in my opinion. You could make it 5.56, but even then, why just leave it at 308? The people who use the light machine gun, they have that 308 ammo. They crafted all that 308 ammo, and now here we are where, you know, like, they have all this ammo they can't use going into the next update because of the... Hold on, I thought I silenced my phone, but I didn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't make sense. This and everything don't make sense, but I guess, you know, whatever. Prime receivers are now being much more powerful. Okay, and we can go up here and look at that. Up here. Kind of skipped over it to go straight to the issue, but here it is. Prime receivers now 100% more damage instead of 25, 20% longer range. We got 25% AP cost and higher recoil and maximum cone of fire. 10% slower fire rate. So if you want to run a prime weapon, it's going to hit like a truck. It's going to cost more AP to use, and it's going to fire slower. That's the trade-off now with Prime. But if you want to run a Prime weapon, where did it go? Good Lord. Here it is. If you want to run a Prime weapon, you need to be able to craft your own ammo. Ultrasight ammo is no longer going to be able to drop contextually from killing enemies, and I'm also assuming you can't get any from like end of raids or from ammo boxes. I would assume that's what they mean by contextual. You'll receive randomized ammo instead, like your melee player. I don't know if I want to use an ultrasight receiver on my shotgun anymore. I mean, I could farm as much ammo as I can between now and when this update finally comes out, but afterwards, I will have to mostly craft all my ammo. And that's another sink of time that I have to put into this game. Which I got no problem with. It's just so convenient to get ultracite ammo through contextual drops. So that's a little unfortunate there. I mean, they are making it easier to make stabilized flux to make your ammo, but we'll have to see how all this pans out, really, to be honest with you. Let's see. There was something else I don't understand. Okay, yeah, I don't understand stabilizers here. Don't understand why is it getting nerfed. Like, I don't know many people who use this, but I would assume this has to do with the adjustments to weapon cone spread. You have to read all this stuff. It's a lot. I'm not gonna spend much more time looking at this because it's just a lot. It's so much. There is a whole bunch of new perks. They're changing perks again for heavy guns, for certain other perks. Power Armor Reboot is getting buffed. I think this is getting buffed. I know a lot of people are concerned that this requires a downstate, and this is useless in like raids, because in raids you don't go in downstate. So we'll have to see what that is. This looks cool. This is interesting. Rejuvenators, I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know what this is. I have a full set of Rejuvenators power armor. I don't use it because I'm a ghoul now, so it's Overeater's Rejuvenator, so I have to go back to being a human, which I don't think I will at this current time. I don't think that power armor will be too useful to me anyway. Let's see. Some changes to stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff in here. There was one more thing, and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, hold on. Nuka Granado. Okay, hold on. Nuclear grenades are getting buffed. They're weighing more. Okay, this is another thing. There's some changes. All these, so they're changing these are weight adjustments to thrown items. Some of the stuff is getting jacked up, and some of it's getting jacked down. In my opinion, it's not good overall. Let's talk about nuclear grenades. Right here. Why? This is the reason people use nuclear grenades. This is the reason I use nuclear grenades, and I'm not even expecting to end the freaking explosions in my current build. The whole point of a nuclear grenade is to kill stuff that's through a wall. They get stuck by the "it just works" mentality of this game, where I'm doing, for example, I'm over here, I'm doing, what's the name of that damn event? Test Your Metal. I'm doing Test Your Metal, and there's a robot stuck in the thingamajig where they come out, because sometimes they get stuck. And the best way to get rid of it, so you can continue the event, is nuclear grenades. Now, I have said before to some of my friends I play this game with, they really needed to make it where the Fat Man is, it's like a nuclear grenade. A Fat Man, you shouldn't be able to sit in a house and still wants to shoot a fat man at it, and you survive because you have that wall between you and the fat man. That makes no sense. I don't understand that. That makes no sense. Alright, so now the nuclear grenade is just going to be like any other grenade. There's no reason for me to craft them. There's no reason for me to use them. I could have swore they also increased... let's see. I mean, they buffed it, which is fine. They buffed the law throwables. But they also, right here, they increased the crafting cost of the nuclear grenades, whatever that means. So, I mean, give me another reason why not to use a nuclear grenade. Give me more reasons. And just to show you, Fat Man, they did buff it. Here it is. I mean, this is... Why also, this is beautiful. But there's stuff that, like I said before, there's stuff in this. There is stuff in this whole thing I like. There's stuff I don't like, and there's a lot of stuff that is pissing a lot of people off. And I hope, since this is going to PTS here in the next week or so, that people will get in, they will try out the new changes, and then they'll be like, hey, you know, this ain't gonna work, you know, this ain't fun. Because at the end of the day, balance is one thing, but fun is another. And at the end of the day, a game like Fallout 76 is supposed to be fun. Because it's a PvE game. And if it was a PvP game, well, there's PvP, but no one, well, some people do, but that's beside the point. This is mostly a PvE game, and it's meant to be fun. If it ain't fun, if it's a headache, and it's makes no sense, people are going to get angry, and people are going to voice their opinions. And I hope that the players of this game try these new changes out and voice their opinions and say, hey, we do not like this, and Bethesda, for the love of God, listen to your fans. You've done so far with this game. You have listened to your fans, and you need to continue doing so, because some of these changes make it literally feel like you do not play your own game. And I would greatly appreciate if you have not, please download the PTS if you're on PC. Go into PTS and try these, try some of these changes. Try the ones that are going to affect your playstyle, your build most, and then if you don't like them and you think they're not going to work out, get on the Bethesda Discord and let your voice be heard. They need to know that some of these things are not player friendly. And a lot of other people I know who play this game are saying the same thing. So please, make sure your voice is heard. I'm the Overencumbered man. I pick up everything I can, so don't drop it on the ground. Because I'm going to need to pick it up. Because that's what I do. You just can't drop it on the ground. That's littering. If cops were still around in the Fallout world, you'll be arrested. Or at least fined. But yeah, don't drop stuff on the ground. Make sure you spay and neuter your pets. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the wasteland, my bros and my I was going to say the other word, but my ladies. How about that? Peace.